What's going on, guys? August to be here, welcoming you back to episode number 2 of the Nascar decades, the 2010s. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the point systems and how the title was determined in the last 10 years. Let's get into the video.
Alright, let's get into the first of 4 chase formats we had in the 2010s. Alright, so we have to start with 2010 here. And probably the easiest chase outcome we can ever have. What the chase included was the top 12 drivers in points. Literally the easiest format you can ever think of. Take the top 12 drivers who did the best all year round and put them against each other. The points payout per race would be the same thing as it was. 185 points if you win for first, and then drops down 15 to second, and from second to 6th it was 4 points, 6th to 11th was 3, and 11th to 40, it's 5 points from 6th to 2nd. 2nd to 6th in separation. 4 points from 6th to 11th, and then 3 points from 11th to 43rd. Have to get that all figured out. Like I said, top 12 advance. What happens with those top 12 advancing? Their points get reset to 5,000 points, with an additional 10 points per win. Max point gain from 1st to 43rd is 136 points. And again, this is honestly the best point system we had in all of the 2010s. And just wanted you to think about this. It only ran for 1 year. That's right, the best point system that was there ran for 1 year. Strange. And dumb if you think about it. We went through 4 point systems, and year 1, the 2010s, had the best one. You literally just needed to perform well. You could have probably finished 3rd every single chase race, accumulated 165 points each week, added on potentially the wins you had, so you got the bonus points, and also add on bonus points for leading laps, the most laps led, and you could have won it. Consistency wins. Unlike some of these other point systems we have. And I'm going to start to cringe when I start to talk about them. Alright. We're on to 2011 to 2013. The second. I guess the first new point system. Each points paying position would be worth 1 point. 43 points went to 1st. 1 point went to 43rd. Winner got 3 additional points for winning the race. 1 bonus point for leading a lap, 5 for leading the most laps, and 5 for something else. I don't know. I wrote down 155 for something. Now, how was the chase determined? Well, you see, after 26 races, of course, that's the same theme here with every one of them. The first 10 drivers in points were locked in. And I would have to say dumb myself, but you know, why do I get the right to say anything? Then positions 11 and 12 were considered wild cards. These were for anyone who were in the points paying positions of 11 through 20 and had to get the chance to attempt to go for these. This was the first introduction to the win and you're in scenario. Dumb. Unlike the actual drivers who pointed their way in the top 10, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I want to tell you, this ain't the worst point system yet. Where was I? So like I said, 11th and 12th were wildcards. They were based off of wins. All you needed to do was win. And you'd be in if you're in the points positions with 11th through 20th. So, you could be a consistent 19th place car. For some reason, this isn't... Oh, it is! You could be a consistent 19th place car with one win. Okay? Be 19th in point season. 11th could be just a driver who's had some bad luck as of late with like 3 wins. The only other driver in the top 20 with a win would be you. And let's just say it happens to be that what's the word I'm looking for? Last race. Let's say you won Richmond. You're in. Not the actual 12th place driver in points. Nah, how would we ever do that? Again, consistent 19th place average finishing car. And you make the chase. The chase went like the old chase system, except the field was reset to 2,000 points, and the top 10 in points got 3 bonus points for each win they had during the regular season. But other than that, earning points was the only way to win the title. So it's like the 2010 system, but the top 10 were locked in points. 11th and 12th had the opportunity to be locked in via wins, so you just had to be a top 20 driver who had an opportunity to win at some point in the season. Start of bullshit, if I have to say the least. Alrighty. You'd think that system's dumb. These next two. Whew, these are pretty dumb. 2014. Third point system we've gone through in 5 years. Second introduced during this time. Start of the playoffs. Yep, the dumbest point system ever. The system we got till today, but with tweaks with today's version of it. The payout per race was the same, 43 plus 3 to the first place driver, and 43rd got 1 point. Now let's talk about the stupid shit that's introduced. Former CEO, dumbass Brian France, thought that NASCAR should have joined the rest of the sports world with a win and you're in playoff system. Yep. A system where you only really need to do was win. Also, the playoff field was increased to 16. Literally almost half your field had a chance to win the title. At some point. Dumb, if I had to say the least. But here's the thing, if less than 16 drivers won a race, the rest of the playoff field would have been set by points, which is probably the smartest thing that should be done. As your most consistent drivers earn the most points. And it should be in, right? Right. But it still isn't the worst thing to happen until you hear how the title is actually decided. Well, you see, they decided to introduce these things called elimination points in the chase. Every 3 races during the chase, the 3rd race in the chase would be a cutoff race. 4 drivers would be eliminated. So then, you go from 16 to 12 to 8 to 4. In the 36th and final race, you would only have 4 drivers who had the chance at winning the title. But think about this. What happens when those championship 4 are all running in the same area and a caution comes out? On lap 1. Let's just say that. So when car breaks down, like a Jimmy Johnson 2016 Dover situation, where his car literally breaks on the restart. All 4 drivers eliminated at that point. Your championship would be the highest finishing driver at the moment of caution. So in that case, it'd be the highest qualifying driver. Dumbest shit ever. Only change that happened in 2016 was the field was reduced from 4 to 40, so 40 points plus 3 bonus points went to first, and 40th got 1 point. Only changed during that time. But wait, there's more. Like I said, there's more. We're going to our 4th and final. How do I put this? Playoff format. Yep. 3rd format introduced during the time. 4th one in the 2010s. Yikes. Yep. 4-point systems. Only difference between the 2016 and 27-point system is stage racing and bonus points. Yay. Let's explain this now. NASCAR partnered up with Monster Energy in the beginning of the 2017 season. They wanted to add a little bit of an excitement to the sport, make it a little bit more entertaining. Grant, ratings are probably at an all-time low. We'll talk about this at a future point. I don't want to get going. So what they decided to do was have a predetermined caution point twice in every race except for the Coke 600, which has 3 because it's a 600-mile race. My mic cut out. Don't worry. And at that point, the field's frozen after the 10th car crosses the start-finish line. So, what happens? Drivers first through 10 get points. First place gain 10 points plus 1 bonus point for winning the stage. 10th place got 1 point. Pretty interesting. So, you could win all 57 stage races in the season, and you get 57 bonus points in the chase. The playoffs, my bad. Playoffs. Ugh. Yep. That's pretty much the only addition. Everything else runs the same. Those stage points you earn, they accumulate over the year. The stage wins you get over the year, those points accumulate throughout the year, and they go towards playoffs. They follow you all the way through the playoffs up to the 36th race. Elimination races are still a thing where the bottom 4 and the top 12 get eliminated. 16 get eliminated. From 16, 12 to 8 to 4. Final 4 are determined with this. Yay. Points reset to 2,000. Get 5 points for each win. The playoffs are the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But don't worry. Something that gives you kind of a bright spot is something that has to do with 5th place in points. And they call this the Kevin Harvick rule, as Kevin Harvick kind of suggested it. And is that the 5th place driver in season ending will be determined amongst the chase drivers eliminated each round of the chase during the final races. So what pretty much this is the people who got eliminated in the first round still had a chance to get up to 5th in points. Because the driver in 5th in points is going to get reset to the point of where they would have been eliminated in the first round. But those points would be tallied up. So you get 2,000 points, and so you only gain 75 points in the first round. You get 75 in the second round. You get another 75 in the third round. You get 225 points. So your points would be, after you get eliminated in Phoenix, would be 2,225. whoever had the highest points from that point would be your 5th place in points. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much all I got. 10 years, 4 points formats, and the best one happened in 2010. Least fun the episodes I've ever had to record. But wait, it can get worse. It will get worse down the line here. So I have other videos planned. But stay tuned for next week, because next week we get to talk about the champions of the 2010s. I had to make sure I do this after the 2019 Homestead race, because we can't forget about your 2019 champion. Like you should do in every video, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you for episode 3 of NASCAR Decades 2010s.